Right, so TMZ just dropped the clearest look yet. Black hoodie, white pants, fast walk that flips into a jog. That's Celeste, ID'd by her own family, leaving home before 7 a.m., and the clock on this whole story suddenly snaps into focus. I watched that clip a few times. No audio, no shouting, just pace, purpose, and then she's gone around the corner. People keep arguing about she ran away before, but this is different. This is time-stamped, close to home, and it rebuilds the timeline from minute one. So here's what I'm doing today. I'll break down exactly what we can see in the footage, what the family confirmed, and what those earlier runoffs actually tell us and what they don't. Then we'll shift to where David stands right now. The searched house, the move out, the louder claims, and LAPD's very quiet posture, because the video tightened the window. Now the questions get louder. So I pause the clip frame by frame. The street is quiet, early light. She's in a black hoodie and white pants, head slightly down, pace quick like she knows where she's going. No fidgeting, no looking back. Then the second angle hits. Walk turns into a light run around the corner, like she wants distance fast without causing a scene. It's not chaos, it's controlled speed. That matters. People imagine screaming exits, slammed doors, dramatic goodbyes. Not here. This looks planned within minutes, maybe even rehearsed. Also, no bag I can spot, so either she stashed things earlier or she wasn't planning to be gone long. And with zero audio, we can't project emotion onto her face. All we truly have is motion and timing. Just after 7 a.m., out of the frame in seconds. The clip doesn't tell us who was waiting or if anyone was, but the next piece might. And here's what locks the clip in. Celeste's sister went to the liquor store, asked to see the tapes, and said that's her. The owner, who saw Celeste pop in for soda, chips, gum, handed over the footage to help. That matters. Family ID beats internet detectives freezing frames and guessing. It also tells me this wasn't some random lookalike in a hoodie. The people who know her face best are the ones confirming it. The owner's memory paints a normal morning habit. Walk in, grab snacks, no drama, which makes the pace on camera feel even louder. Routine, then a quick exit. If she planned a long disappearance, where's the bag? If she only meant to cool off, why the jog? Two possibilities can be true. A teen who ran off before, and a teen stepping into something bigger that morning. The next question is pattern. How often and what changed next? So yeah, she'd taken off before. January, found in Hollywood, brought home. Reports say there were multiple episodes in 2024. People latch on to that to explain everything. She runs, end of story. Not so fast. A pattern explains behavior. It doesn't explain outcomes. Running before doesn't equal what happened months later. If anything, it gives investigators a map, which friends she trusted, which routes she used, where she felt safe, who she texted when she needed a couch or a ride. Prior runoffs can also desensitize adults, parents, cops, neighbors, so the alerts come slower the next time. That complacency widens the window for bad things to happen. The March clip isn't a tantrum sprint, it's a calm exit with urgency at the edge. That difference matters. It hints at a plan, a meetup, or a deadline, which leads to the real pivot. When exactly does the trail go cold after that corner? And who was in her orbit that morning? That timestamp, just after 7 a.m. March 19, tightens everything. It's the last rock-solid sighting we have that isn't a rumor or a friend of a friend story. From that moment, you can draw a clean window. How long to reach the nearest bus stop, rideshare pickup spots, or a friend's street? If she turned right at that corner, where does that road actually spit you out in 10 minutes? This is where phones and cameras matter. Cell pings, Wi-Fi hits, doorbell cams, toll readers. Tiny breadcrumbs that turn minutes into a route. If detectives can match the jog to a vehicle plate or a rideshare receipt, the story moves. If they can't, then someone kept her off-grid. No calls, no taps, no cards. The clip makes one thing clear. She left under her own power. What's not clear is who had power over the next hour, and that's the hour that likely decides everything. But we're not done. Now we check where David fits into this window.
Now, just a reminder to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. It helps a ton. Thank you. So here's the straight line. The car where Celeste was found is registered to David. Police call this a death investigation, not a charged case. He's cooperating, shows got paused, and public statements are scarce. Classic lawyer play. Speak less, leak nothing. No suspect tag on him right now, which isn't a clean bill of anything. It just means detectives aren't ready to pin labels. Social feeds? Quiet. Appearances? Minimal. That silence fuels rumors, but it also keeps prosecutors from using offhand comments against him later. Two truths can live together. Fans want answers, and his team wants caution. Also, timeline matters. If his digital footprint, travel logs, or comms don't land near Celeste's last movements, that matters. If they do, that matters more. Either way, the next hard data usually comes from places, not posts, homes, devices, cars. Which brings us to the rental on the hill and what got pulled from it. Police hit the rental with a warrant and walked out with electronics, phones, laptops, drives, the stuff that remembers even when people forget. That's where you find routes, late-night DMs, location blips, deleted but not really photos. After that, reports say David cleared out of the place. Is moving out illegal? No. Does it look great in headlines? Also no. It reads like, reset the scene, reset the stress. But the key isn't the boxes, it's the metadata. If any device shows contact with Celeste around that March window, calls, pings, rideshare overlaps, then the quiet gets loud fast. If nothing lines up, that matters too. Tech tells cleaner stories than PR. And remember, a warrant means a judge saw enough probable cause to let detectives dig. What they pulled will either stitch a path to her or cut threads that don't belong. Now we get into the noise, claims, rumors, and LAPD's silence that everyone is reading way too much into or not enough. And this is where the internet sprints past the facts. You've got side stories. David's mom reportedly spotted in a Texas pawn gun shop. A random tweet about someone finding a Tesla key near a house. Whispers about payoffs and backdoors. Some of that traces to tabloids, some to pure guesswork. Here's my rule. Label it. If it's not from a reliable source or a police report, it's claims, not confirmations. LAPD isn't exactly chatty. The cause of passing is deferred, and that's normal when labs are doing the heavy work. Quiet doesn't equal cover-up. It usually means forensics first, press later. Could leads be missed? Sure. Could rumors waste time? Also yes. So we keep two lists. What's verified, footage, timelines, warrants, and what the labs finally say. Everything else, park this claims until it graduates to evidence. If anything on the loud list gets upgraded by evidence, it moves. Until then, it stays parked. And now the part that matters most. What I think this all adds up to. So here's where I land. The TMZ clip isn't just a viral moment. It's the anchor. It fixes a time, a place, and a pace. The family's ID gives it weight. The earlier runoffs explain habits, but they don't explain how a kid ends up gone and later found in a car linked to a famous teen artist. Meanwhile, David's team stays quiet, the house gets searched, the boxes get moved, and forensics keep humming while everyone online plays detective. I'm sticking to the board. Verified timeline, confirmed IDs, warrants, and what the labs finally say. Everything else, parked as claims until it graduates to evidence. If any of the digital trails match that March morning, we'll know. If they don't, we'll know that too. Until then, keep the focus on Celeste, not the noise, because the video narrowed the window, and whoever walked through it with her is the answer we're still waiting to hear.
Now, credit where it's due, the surveillance clips in the March 19 timeline come from TMZ, who published the liquor store CCTV with the family identifying Celeste. The store owner, Eli Nadaf, is the on-record voice describing her regular snack runs and handing the footage to the family. The multiple runoffs in 2024, including the January return from Hollywood, also traced to reporting that cites law enforcement sources. Details on the search warrant at the Hollywood Hills rental and the electronic seizure come from mainstream reporting on the raid. The follow-up about moving out is from those same reports. Separate photos of a family member at a Texas pawn gun shop are tabloid-sourced and treated as secondary, mentioned for context, not as proof of anything. Official status remains what police have stated publicly: active death investigation and cause of death deferred. If any source upgrades from rumor to confirmed, I'll say so, clearly.
Thanks for watching. I'm Miko, and I will catch you up in the next video. Stay safe.